Welcome back, students. Now we're going to discuss the second type of non-stoichiometric defect. In my previous class I explained you about non-stoichiometric defect. The first one was metal axis defect due to anionic vacancy, and it is really important because there we need to learn about absenter, which is responsible for imparting color to the crystal. Number two type of non-stoichiometric defect is metal axis defect due to interstitial cation. Now again, to explain this I am making this structure for you, arrangement a plus b minus a plus b minus b minus a plus b minus a plus a plus b minus a plus b minus. So the arrangement is regular, it is in sequence order. Okay, so if you see number of cation metal, because metal forms cation, and number of anion non-metal, because non-metal forms anion. So number of cation a plus and anion b minus. If you count, cation is a 1 2 3 4 5 6 and anion is also 1 2 3 4 5 6. So number of cation anion is equal right now. Again, the hint of this you get from the heading only. What is axis? Metal. What is axis? Metal. Due to which cation? Interstitial cation. So this is called interstitial site. The gap between the two lattice side is called interstitial site. So one metal is axis here. Let it be A plus. Now here is A plus. Okay. Here is what, students? A plus in the interstitial site. A plus. So this is responsible for imparting. Now you can see out here, students. So now what is axis? Since metal is axis, wow, I made an extra cation in the interstitial site. So now the cation becomes, here is 7. Okay. So the number of metal has become 7 and anion is still 6. So what is axis? Metal is axis. Why metal is axis? Due to interstitial cation. So the number of cation is more than anion here. So metal is axis due to interstitial cation. But what about the charge? You can see here is 7 positive charge for A total. 7 positive charge for A, whereas negative charge for B is only minus 6. So charge is not balanced. To balance, we'll make even electron in the interstitial site. Okay, to balance the charge. Now you can see total positive charge is plus 7. Total negative charge is only minus 6, but if you count the electron charge also minus with minus 6 makes it minus 7 plus 7 equal. So do remember why it is non-stoichiometric defect, because the number of cation and anion is not equal. Since the number of cation and anion is not equal, it also comes under non-stoichiometric defect. And in this defect, the charge is again counterbalanced by the electron present in the interstitial site. Total charge is balanced by the electron present in the interstitial site. But this is not absenter, students, because when we call absenter, when an electron occupies anionic vacancy, is this electron occupying anionic vacancy or it is in the interstitial site? It is in the interstitial site, so it is not absenter. When an electron occupies anionic vacancy, that is called absenter. But this is not absenter because electron is not occupying anionic vacancy, students. So now let us see how to define this defect. Metal axis defect due to interstitial cation. It is a non-stoichiometric defect since the number of cation anion is not equal, but yet the defect arises due to cation present in the interstitial site. I repeat again, it is a non-stoichiometric defect in which the number of cation anion is not equal, but the defect arises due to extra cation present in interstitial site. Extra cation present in the interstitial site. In such defect, the total charge is counterbalanced. In such defect, the total charge is counterbalanced. The total charge is counterbalanced by the electron present in interstitial site. Okay, students? And do remember, such defect can be seen in a compound called zinc oxide. So, where we find metal axis defect due to interstitial cation? Inside zinc oxide. And zinc oxide shows this. So, I like to repeat the definition for the last time. Metal axis defect due to interstitial cation. It is a non-stoichiometric defect in which the number of cation and anion will not be equal, but the defect arises due to extra cation present in the interstitial site. In such defect, though the number is not equal, but the charge is counterbalanced by the electron present in interstitial site. Okay, and this defect is seen in zinc oxide. And do remember, it is not absenter because electron is not occupying an anionic vacancy here. But this electron is also responsible for imparting color. And because of this electron, our zinc oxide is yellow in color. Okay, so I hope you understood the notes. I'll repeat for the last time. definition of metal axis defect due to interstitial cation. It is a non-stoichiometric defect in which the number of cation and anion is not equal, but the defect arises due to extra cation present in interstitial site. In such defect, total charge is counterbalanced by the electron present in interstitial site, and such defect is seen in zinc oxide. So this is the definition, and along with this definition you can make this picture. Okay, so now I like to give you one application based question from here, and the question is, students, like this: zinc oxide on heating imparts yellow color, explain. Zinc oxide on heating imparts yellow color. Our zinc oxide, the question is, zinc oxide imparts yellow color on heating. Explain. Now many will say again it's because of absenter. Zinc oxide imparts yellow color on heating. Again many will say it's due to absenter. As I said you, all compounds are not colored because of absenter. When it is absenter, when electron occupies anionic vacancy. In case of zinc oxide, suppose this is the arrangement. Let us consider this is the arrangement of zinc oxide. Here is zinc ion, oxide ion. Valency of zinc is +2, oxide is -2. So here is zinc ion, here is your oxide ion. Here is your oxide ion, here is your zinc ion. Here is your oxide ion -2, here is your zinc ion +2. Here is your zinc ion +2, here is your oxide ion. Here is your zinc ion +2, here is your oxide ion. I am making a rough picture. Now when you heat zinc oxide, students, what will happen here is, okay, zinc will convert to zinc ion as well as oxide ion. But when zinc converts to zinc ion, it's going to lose 2 electrons. Why? Because the valency of zinc is 2. So zinc will lose 2 electrons. And converts to zinc ion, which is here. Now this zinc ion, which has been obtained from zinc will convert to zinc ion. This zinc ion will go and occupy the interstitial site, extra zinc ion in the interstitial site. So now here metal is axis due to interstitial cation, and this electron will also gets entrapped in that interstitial position, and this electrons helps zinc oxide to impart yellow color. Not only that, it enhances the conductivity of zinc oxide. So two things this electron helps. One, it makes zinc oxide color yellow. Not only that, it enhances the electrical conductivity of zinc oxide. So for this question, student, you can make this diagram, and for the answer I am giving you out here, you can see in part B. Students, you can see in part B. So if you want, you can take the screenshot of this. I think now it's fine. So the answer starts from somewhere B, metal axis defect due to interstitial cation, but the answer starts from when zinc oxide is heated. Can you see there? When zinc oxide is heated. When zinc oxide is heated, you can see the question, when zinc oxide is heated, it loses oxygen reversibly. Means the reaction can be made reversible. The excess of zinc ions thus gets accommodated in the interstitial site, and the electron gets trapped in the neighboring interstitial position. As you can see in the picture, electron is in the interstitial position. Now you can see the downline continuation. Due to the presence of free electron, a crystal of non-stoichiometric defect shown by zinc oxide shows yellow color, okay, and exhibits enhanced electrical conductivity. So that means that electron is responsible to give yellow color to zinc oxide. Not only that, it enhances the electrical conductivity of zinc oxide. So the answer starts from when zinc oxide is heated till the electrical conductivity. So if you want, students, you can take the screenshot of this to make the notes. Thank you very much.